My question concerns Sedevacantism, or rather the recognize and resist position adopted by many traditional Catholics who oppose the idea of a papal vacancy. What do you think about Father Anthony Cekada's position that such a strategy is irreconcilable with Church's teaching about papal authority and obedience to it?
I'm sorry, what was the question? No. Okay. Recognize and resist, I presume, because I have to admit I'm not familiar with the term. I presume that by that they mean recognize that the current Holy Father is Pope, and nevertheless resist his rather peculiar ways of dealing with things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know to what Father Cekada refers. I know that people have in fact recognized and resisted wild popes down through history.
Mm-hmm. Is that a good strategy or no?
It's what Catholics do.
It's what.
I mean, I don't know.
Is that what you do?
Well, I'm not in a position to resist, am I? What am I supposed to do? Do you think the Pope calls me and wants to know what I think? That's not true. He doesn't give a damn if I live or die. So why should I think my opinion's going to matter to him?
It's true.
We have an inflated view of ourselves. But
You resist mentally. You don't give in to certain wiles.
yeah, I certainly, when he says stupid stuff, I admit that it's stupid. I mean, when the Holy Father goes on about the Neo-Pelagians and somehow neglects to notice that really covers the vast majority of Catholics today, including possibly himself. I mean, what am I supposed to do but laugh? But I don't see that that's resistance. I don't see that it's anything. I mean, some years ago, a group of people, when John Paul II was Pope, because of Assisi and some other things he'd gotten up to, they put together a paper and said, "We resist you to your face."
Who did that?
A group of Catholics. Some of them were friends of mine, so I'm not going to bag on them too much.
Oh, no names?
No names. I'm not going to bag on friends. I don't do that.
Okay.
I'm a fence sitter. I'm meek. Anyway, but nevertheless, what got me about it was the sheer hubris. We resist you to your face. Who cares?
Yeah. I know it's always, I've seen other people, an open letter to Pope Francis. These open letters are always the nastiest thing you ever read. I mean, you'd never ever say that to the actual person.
Well, no, and what makes you think he's going to read it?
Yeah.
So what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
I mean, look, we know that the Holy Father is a very brutal individual in terms of the way he deals with his underlings.
Mm-hmm.
We know that he's got a very poor grasp of language and theology and liturgy. And I'm not being unkind when I say that. He's a product of his time.
Yeah.
See, that generation of clerics were badly formed.
Right.
They were very awful as priests in the 60s and 70s and 80s. They were terrible as bishops in the 80s and 90s and zeros. Why should one of them be good as a pope?
Yeah.
How would that suddenly happen? How can you expect the Holy Father to have what he didn't start out with? I mean, we are all products of our time. This too shall pass. I mean, the younger priests, the seminarians I see, all over the place, not just in this parish, this diocese or that order, but as a general rule, they're pretty excellent. The appointments that the Holy Father makes tend to be on the elderly side because those are the only people he can find that agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to pillage the old age homes to find that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So, my concern is to, of course, correct misconceptions when they come up. And if someone asks me, well, the Holy Father says this and that, is it true? Well, if it's not, I have to say it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, my major concern has to be saving my soul and helping those around me to save their souls.
But that involves looking interiorly, and it's so much more fun to look outwardly at everyone else.
Look homeward, angel. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And, you know, you feel very excited, you get very angry, and you get the emotions going, and the adrenaline flows. And it's great. It even makes sitting on the fence feel not so bad. But, honestly, it's kind of pointless. I mean, I've always thought about Sedevacantism that it was wishful thinking.
Mm.
Because it creates an image of the papacy that isn't real. Of popes who are not popes, but oracles at Delphi. They're always right, and they're always good, and they're always just. And that's not what history reveals. History reveals as wide a variety of popes as there are people. And it is our fortune or otherwise to have the pope we have. Is it my personal opinion that he's a blessing to the church? No. But you might look at him as a punishment.
And as you say, he's what we deserve.
He's what we deserve. Yeah. I mean, of course, contrary-wise, we may be what he deserves. oh, sorry. In fact, he may deserve the Sedevacantists and the resist and recognize the resist crowd. See, if I were going to write an open letter to the Holy Father, I would simply say, Your Holiness, my late father used to say, when you're stupid, bad things happen.
Okay, why would you tell him that?
Share some of my dad's wisdom, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Huh?